Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Age of Wonders 4, Episode 2, Enchanted Den. So, we produced the Grand Mill. Food income's up a little bit. We don't have that high draft income, however. The library, on the other hand, is boosted because I've built a forester, so it builds faster. So I'm going to take advantage of that boost. Seeds of Doubt. A tortured-looking floral stinger and its minions gape at your army. So I can prune the shrubs, let them go, or discover how to carefully harvest their vines and allow them to leave afterwards. So prune the shrubs, I fight them, but I become slightly more evil. I can let them go, which I become slightly nicer, and they will be removed from this location. Or I can lose some knowledge per turn, but gain a whole lot of food and gain population. And they will also be removed, but without combat. So those are the three. A floral stinger is just a skirmishing tier 2 plant unit. Alright, looks like we're going to discover how they make food and get a lot of food as a result. So population has gone up. Awesome. And that means I can annex a new area. And I think I do want to get down to the Enchanted Den. So I'm going to build another forester. Whether it's a good idea or not, I don't know. I'm a new player, but that's what I'm doing. Alright, more orders. So you, little guy, I'm going to have you stick to the land for now. And then the other pioneer, I'm almost at the edge of the map. Oh, there's a little watchtower. That will reveal a lot of stuff. Goldwall is a nice name. Yeah, I agree. I like it. Any future cities and leaders that I get, I will have you guys choose the names. By the by. So this sort of... Oh, I didn't mean to embark on the water. Oh well, too late. This starter scenario is very small. The maps get a lot bigger than this. Yeah, some good vision. Got some gold and a satirical orb. So this unleashes a magical bolt at an enemy and gives me a quick stab. Is that a utility? No, that's a weapon? Okay, yeah, I'll stick with my hammer. Thank you. Might not be a bad idea for me to start to consider a second army, however. But I don't seem to have need of it just yet. Taking a look at my diplomatic overview for free cities, for slog slot. Paco cooperation is in 2 turns. Yeah, I'll leave that be. And then Empire. I do have some new options, so this unlocks the ability to excavate earthen terrain in the underground. If I wanted to unlock that with my Imperium. I don't quite have the investment for nature stuff just yet. I don't think I'm willing to spend the Imperium at this moment. None of the bonuses are immediately useful, and I'd rather just save up. Oh, and here we go. So this, cities that share a border with the Throne City gain 10% in all types of income, is the new Materium I've reached. I did research Stoneskin, which is a buff spell. Wayfinding enchantment. So the Wayfinder enchantment grants enchanted units very fast movement and affects scouts. So scouts move faster. That's not bad. Yeah, let me do that. Why not? We did make the library, so I can annex another province and queue up another project here. So Town Hall level 2 Bulwark. Province annex range goes up, gold income goes up. It unlocks special province improvements. It requires 6 population, and it is currently boosted because I have at least 5. So yeah, let's get a higher level town hall. That sounds good. I think once that's done, I'll be able to get the Enchanted Den. I could be wrong about that, but I believe when that finishes, the Bulwark, I'll be able to do the Den. So that means that this hero, I'm probably going to want to send down to that Den after I clear out this Marauder group. But it would also be good for me to heal this army, and to heal in friendly territory, so I'm going to send them back home. Hey, Al. Monthly Bezos? Thank you for the monthly Bezos. Meeting Curious Colwell. Guildmistress Solil Bronzehelm of the Free City Colwell greets you with some curiosity. So these guys are metropolitan moles, industrious runesmiths, devotees of good underground adaptation and bulwarks. And, well, there's a little bit of a choice here, too. So, I don't have another Whispering Stone to offer them, unless I withdraw my Whispering Stone from the Bloodfang Orcs. But I can sort of greet them or dismiss them. So, one is opens the Free City overview for Colwell, and the other is like, yeah, I'll talk to you later. I don't think there's, I'm not even going to bother pulling with this. There's no real reason to just walk away from that, because we can always change our minds at a later date. So that's Colwell. That's a very cool looking city. Moles built that? Holy heck. So if we zoom all the way out, you can see what is controlled by Marauders, what is controlled by Colwell, what is controlled by Slogslot, and Goldwall, which is me, of course. Leather armor. Yoink. And so far, I have not actually met a foreign ruler, just a bunch of free cities. For better or for worse. Maybe for better. A new pawn appears before me. You look like a goateer, but are you ready to face the likes of me? Well, so this would be the first meeting of a foreign ruler. This is Necron the Risen. He is a cruel deathbringer. I don't know where his throne city is, but his personality is sinister spy. So he likes to break traitors. He likes empires with he likes empires that break treaties. He likes empires with a weaker economy. He dislikes empires with a stronger research and dislikes empires with that trade. Their strategy is covert, gaining vassals, exploration, and exploitation. Threat level is pretty wary, and I do have a choice here. So I can send them a welcoming gift to try to grease some palms for positive relation. We start off with a negative 425, which is pretty bad. I can give a threatening welcome, and I will suffer, suffer relations, and it will eventually be lured into war. I can start negotiating with them, or just say goodbye. I don't know what this button is. Oh, this button is where the event happened. Roughly where we met. Okay, I think we're gonna flip them off. So little bit of threat here. Perhaps insults were expected from a first guardian such as you. Make no mistake, you will pay for addressing me like that. So I am just going to have a nice declaration of rivalry. So a modifier that slowly decreases to negative 300 will be added to my relations with the ruler, and a grievance gained against the ruler will be increased 40%. However, making treaties becomes impossible. Maintaining the declaration costs 10 gold upkeep per turn. I'm okay with that. You are now my rival. Goodbye. I'm really good at making friends. So he's somewhere up here, in the northwest corner, I think. Maybe even underground, and he just popped up above ground. It's hard to say, because I haven't seen his Throne City, but we'll be looking for it. Okay, I was insulted. My negotiations succeeded with him, and I was insulted. So I gained a grievance against him, so I can declare a justified war when I want, because he insulted me. And negotiations with Slogslot succeeded, so we have a pact of cooperation. So their free city is open borders. I can trade with them. Up to 2 resources can be traded, magic materials can be traded, and eventually this leads to a pact of loyalty. So that's good news. Pact of cooperation, pact of loyalty in 8 turns. And then the other negotiations. You think befriending Slogslot will help secure your path to victory? It will be my empire that rises above all. Good for you. You seem very stable. So I'm sending my hero back to Goldwall. So whoops, that's not what I meant to click. So what I want to try to do is to claim an ancient wonder. But I'm going to want to heal first. Alright, let's continue exploring. Do I think I'm going to revisit medieval? Jim Fingers, what are you referring to? Okay, so I found more of his armies up here. That Pioneer Scout might not fare very well, but, like, you know, I'm willing to risk them. I'm back in Goldwall. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start training a gargoyle. Get some defensive units on my capital, just in case. So, Empire Development Skills. I got the first nature one, which is founding or absorbing cities takes fewer turns. Newly founded or absorbed cities gain additional population. Sure, I'll take that. Might as well. Because I'm eventually trying to absorb Slogslot, I think. We built the Bulwark Town. It doesn't look like that actually give me... I might have to clear out the Ancient Wonder first, but let's pick a next structure to build. So Tavern would help with city stability, which stable cities or happier cities. There's vendors. So taking a look at my like income and everything, I would say draft is probably lower than everything else. So I'll do a blacksmith for draft income. Start working on being able to train units quickly if I need. And I'm going to have Togram's army just sit here for a turn or two to heal up. Oh, you popped out. Right. This scout is in danger. Oh, here we go. That might be his throne city. Yep, throne city of Necron. So I found it. It's way in the northwest. Not super close to me, which is probably good. They're not going to pose an immediate threat, but going to want to mess with them eventually. Now, I'm not in an open war with him, so it's not like he can jump me unless he declares war. But I can spy on him at the very least. See what he's up to, you know? So I did get the Wayfinder enchantment, which allows my scouts to move very, very fast if I need them to. And... let's see. Rune of Industry grants non-industrious units bolstering for... I'll do Lesser Stone Spirit. Alright, my units look pretty healed, so let's go down to the Enchanted Den. I have a Wayfinder spell to cast, but I'm going to hold on to that. Actually, I don't think I can even afford it, because I believe that the casting upkeep is way beyond my world map casting points. So I would need to build infrastructure in my town to increase my casting cap. Like Wizard Tower or something like that. I don't know exactly what the improvement would be, but all I know is I don't think I meet the requirements there. Hey, Sujuka, thank you for the resub. Almost 3 years, I know. My God. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for coming back. Oh, there's no upkeep, just a mana? Well, in either case, I don't really need my scouts to go burr just yet. But thanks for the info. So there's still one more unmet ruler. Rivalry has declared war on me? Wait, no, they just declared rivalry on me. Okay. So, if I take a look at my relations with them, it sucks, but we're just rivals with one another for now. For now. Probably doesn't like me sniffing around. Well, too bad for him. I'm going to keep doing it. Invest my Imperium is advice that the auto advice just gave me, so I will look to do that in just a second. An ancient cavern that heralds from the time of this world's creation, during the era when dragons and giants molded the very lands into physical form. Within these natural sanctuaries, the first creatures found shelter as the world outside violently settled into place. To this day, the cave itself remains a sanctuary for those that are able to find their way into it. So, this structure can only be entered and fought by one army led by a hero, which is exactly what I'm doing, as a threat of 1 of 3 skulls. It counts as a quarry, it gives him Imperium production, but lowers stability, which is interesting. It adds the Stormscale Serpent and Plague Serpent units to the Rally of Lieges, so if I want to rally them, I can rally them and gain access to some serpents. Let's do it. And some extra mystery bonus. As you approach the cave, you smell fresh blood, but find no signs of life. Having entered the cave, you and your companions find the remains of a brutal fight. The carcass of an adult unicorn lies alongside her offspring. 2 of them appear to have been ambushed in what was supposed to be a safe haven. Upon closer inspection, it looks like though the animals were viciously attacked by a wild Stormscale Serpent. You freeze when an ear-piercing shriek resounds through the cave, and the same bloodthirsty Stormscale Serpent emerges from the dark, its rabid eyes fixed on you. So I can... I'm just going to straight up attack it. But, all defending units will have violent gorging ability. Okay, I don't know what that means. So my choices here is attack, feed it until it can barely move, and then attack, which makes it weakened. But growth and gold wall will be blocked for 4 turns, or just flee. I'm just going to straight attack. And manual, because it's not like a safe battle. So I'd rather battle it myself. And hopefully I don't suck at this, but we'll see. So taking a look at their units, they have young caustic worms. So they're violently gorging, consumes the target corpse and heals. So if I die, it will start to eat me, it looks like, which is not great. What was the other ability that they had? Why'd I lose that? So melee strikes and violent gorging. Okay. So the Stormscale Serpents are a little bit tougher. They're tier 2s. And they also have lightning damage melee attacks. Got it. Choke point would be good, I think, in this case. if I can drive them to a choke point of my choosing, that would be best. And hopefully they don't come around, but if they do, I'll have my hero in place. So a little shield wall. Let's see. Bolster defense. And ready to block. So 2 are going east. That's okay. What I can do is, I want to position myself in a place that they have 2 places to attack and I have 3 to attack. So I don't really want to move forward, in other words. So what I can start to do is whittle their strength down with spells. And not actually move towards them at this moment. But instead just prepare some defense. Because they're not close enough for my ranged units to hit, and I don't want to move my my units up. Let's try a Spider Egg, though. I'm going to cast a little Spider Egg to cover my 6. Hopefully it was a good use of the utility item. Unfortunately, because I casted it, or spawned it, my back is turned, so it's flanking, so that's not great. I'll have to turn around. Can they get... Oh, yeah. That's a valid space to get through. Got it. That's okay. Their front attacker is now downed. And... what I'll try to do is taunt. Oh, that's... I didn't realize I would close the gap. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to move quick. But it seems like at least the spiders that I spawn will cover my flanks for now. Which is good. Alright, spells. Let's go with Stone Skin on the ones that are now way up front, making them a lot tougher for the next round of attacks. Oh, okay, they're eating their own corpses too. Copy that, I'm gonna have to keep them off their own bodies. Girl, you gross. I think that Stone Skin's paying off, I hope. So that whole attack basically just negated the bonus that they had from eating corpses. And all I'm trying to do... Well, okay, that looks like a kill blow. All I'm trying to do is race to my allies that are out in the open and kind of vulnerable. And I think my summoned spiders are going to go bye-bye pretty soon. But they serve their purpose for the most part. Here we go, a little flank. Getting the flank on. Backup is coming. I'm going to have them shield wall, because it looks like they're gonna require it. Alright, looks pretty good. No spells that I can cast, so let's end the turn and hope that they survive. So they're probably going to eat my... Well, they're at full health virtually, so I don't really think it matters if they eat the corpses of the spiders. Survive. Once my hero gets close enough, I'll be able to bolster defenses as well. Oh boy. Maybe not. Oh, they're dead. An important lesson to make sure that I know that it's closing the distance. Luckily, they're fairly replaceable tier 1 units, so it's not that much of a blow. Oh, and there they are, devouring more dead units. So I can definitely see how there's an advantage to feeding them until they're engorged entirely. See if I can't so trying to disengage, I will suffer attacks of opportunity, but it gives me the ability to finish off that unit. I'll do the same thing over here. Suffer a little attacks of opportunity to be able to actually spellcast. Now they are flanking my leader, which is not great, but I think I'll be all right. Ooh, there goes another infantryman. That's not great. The morale is a bit higher because we've had some successes, though. Oh, and the retaliation of the hero has killed the second to last. Swoosh. Okay, we won it at pretty great cost, but I'm not going to replay it. I'm just going to live with the consequences. And we have prevailed. Cave of Carnage Aftermath. The wild threat has been dealt with, and you have the opportunity to search the cave. You order the bodies of the unicorn and her offspring to be removed, so as to go lift the heavy animal. Something softly whines from underneath it. A young unicorn emerges, the sole survivor of the pack. It seems as though its mother's body protected it from harm. It looks up at you and whines again. A young unicorn has survived the carnage at the Enchanted Den and clings to you. So I gained a whole lot of mana, and I can keep the unicorn as a mount, I can nurse it back to strength and release it to the wild, or I can hide the unicorn. The hide of this unicorn would make a very fine phase cloak. I'll have you guys decide. So one is I can have a unicorn as a mount, which gives me very fast movement, gives me a cavalry unit type, and allows me to phase. Caster moves to target hex. I can release into the wild, which is a good alignment action, or I can, skin it. Okay, looks like you guys want it as a mount. Cool. Nice. Well, that was one of the wonders. And let's get back to town. My ruler also leveled up. So I'm going to invest in more warfare, I think. And I will do Sentinel. So Sentinel gives me first strike and 20% damage via retaliation attacks and opportunity attacks. So don't come dancing around me or I'll smack you. Disabled because... Oh, so one of the issues is the Great Hammer that I have prevents me from actually using the mount. Because it's a two-hander. So I might be in the market for a one-hander. But I'll also switch out my armor to leather armor, which is defense over the Evoker's Robe. Actually, I'll keep the Evoker's Robes. I think they're a little bit better. Alright, over in Goldwall, I will... let's see. I'll get another Anvil Guard and a Halberdier instead of the... instead of two Anvil Guards. So these guys are Mountain Dwarf polearm units, and these guys are shield units. And mixing it up just a little bit. Putting the Gargoyle in the back, which is a shock unit. Well, no, we'll try it out. I'll see about using a shock unit and a polearm unit instead of 2 shield units. Alright. Invest my Imperium, it says. Alright, let's go with city stability for adjacent improvement projects. And I have now added the Enchanted Den to my territory. So I gained a quarry of mana and production and Imperium by owning that. It also lowered my stability a little bit, but that's okay. I think I can actually expand one more time. So I wouldn't mind trying to get out to the Fortress of Woe as well. So this counts as a research post. I'm down. And adds Brewer Ogre and Butcher Ogre to my Rally of Sieges. So that might be a good next place to try to annex. I kind of like attempting to own the what are they called? The Wonders. On my way out there, I'm going to build a farm. That will be my next annex, getting closer to that woe. Quest for cultivation, a build improvement quest. So it's asking me to build 3 farms. The Mountain Dwarves Council send their chief deputy to meet with a request. The deputy bows deeply before she speaks. If the Mountain Dwarves are to be victorious in this realm, they need to grow our borders, expand our cities, feed our people. So, a choice for you all to make. I can say yes. I can accept the quest, and it gives me some sort of race relation reward and mystery bonus. I can deny the quest. All cities in the Mountain Dwarf Empire will lose stability for 6 turns, and I will receive draft in Goldwall. Or I decline outright entirely, and I don't lose stability, but I also don't gain draft. It's funny, because I was about to build a farm anyway. So, looks like you guys are like, yeah, that's cool. I'm going to add that to my current priority. Build 3 farms. Still wants me to invest my Imperium. Let's see. Okay, invested. I bought like everything I had access to now. Stop prompting me, thank you. Lob's Hollow. More serpents. That seems familiar to me. But I'll embark into the water and see what's in the oceans. Alright. My leaders headed back to heal up and then rally with the troops that I'm trying to add to the army. So I'm going to have them wait a turn. Probably multiple turns for the halberdiers. And up here... yeah, let's keep poking around Necron's territories. I'm sure it makes him very happy. Cheers. How's my rep with Slogslot going? I am going to boost my alliance. It cost me some Imperium, but I have a pretty decent amount of Imperium, so pushing that along faster, I think, is to my benefit. Because if I can win over Slogslot and then also win over Colwell, I'm in a pretty good position to war with that dude. Goldwall can annex a new territory. So I did say I did commit to farms, so let's build a farm. That's 1 of 3. I have 24 turns to finish the last 2, so I hope I get there. I produced a goldsmith. Or no, a blacksmith. What did I just build? So vendor is boosted, shrine is boosted, archer battlements are boosted, arcane institution is boosted. My morale is still at least neutral. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm going to invest in the tavern probably pretty soon, but for now, let's go ahead with how about a vendor? Because we now have that synergy with the farms. I finished the Tome of Rock. So these are all other tier 1 tomes that I can pick from. And I think because we do... So we are sort of Materium and nature based. I want to stay within Materium and nature rather than to delve into other types of magics. So that would leave me with Tome of Enchantment or nature tomes. Tomes of Beasts and Tomes of Roots. I'm going to pick Tomes of Roots.
To unravel the secrets of nature.
And I'm going to focus on Healing Roots, which is a healing spell, which I think I want. All right. Getting the water departure for all the flotsam out there is kind of nice. Not going to lie. Bunch of free gold. I'm going to spend the money to hurry recruitment, so I'm not stuck here.
Yeah.
And we'll head out to the Fortress of Woe. But I think it's probably wise for me to queue up maybe Anvil Guard and Steel Shaper, just to have like people at home. And then once I'm able to expand again, I'll get more territory even closer to the Fortress of Woe. Negotiations succeeded. So, a pact of loyalty has been signed between me and Slogslot. They share their vision. They allow building on claimed provinces. They contribute to the Rally of Lieges, which is up here. I'll show you that in a second. They will enforce in combat against marauders and rulers the free city is at war with. And next up is the Pact of Vassalage. Good news. So the lieges, I can muster lieges, which are like from the Enchanted Den or the Fortress of Woe, things like that, for added units. I don't have access to any of them just yet. And let's go ahead and boost our relationship with them, because I have a decent amount of Imperium, so why not? Take a look at some of the trade. I'm going to buy their silver tongue fruit, which improves the strength of the Whispering Stone, which will push our alliance even faster. So I just acquired the silver tongue fruit. Nice. So I get a little bit of extra allegiance. I made the vendor. Might be a good idea to start a wizard tower. So I'll go ahead and do that. and heading out to that woe in one turn, and then all the scouts will go flotsam hunting and the like. Is this him? Is this his, Yep, alright. So he has a very small army for now, but that might change given time. And I'm just trying to see the full footprint of his empire, or whatever you want to call it. Thank you for tuning in to Age of Wonders 4, which originally streamed live on Twitch June 13th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com has a link to Discord, and if you'd like to join a Twitch stream, it also has a link to Twitch. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you in the next episode. Adios.